going to give you an overview of the MyGCLife resources for co-op students. First of all, go to MyGCLife, the student portal, and from the home, click Student Services, and then click Career Co-op and Field Placement, which will bring you to this page. And I recommend that you bookmark this page. You'll notice down the left-hand side there's a menu, but you can also click, if you're going to your co-op information, just click the Co-op Education button, the one with the coffee cup. And in this section, you'll see there's a link to the student manual. There's a tip sheet on how to create a work term record, which is what you would create in Georgian Connects when you have accepted a position that you think would be a co-op credit. And you'll also see there's specific program folders. I'm just going to open up so you can have a quick look. This is the business administration one, but all the business ones in my portfolio look the same. So you have a folder of setup documents explaining how to get ready for your co-op, what you need in order to go on co-op, what to hand in at the end of your co-op, and then how to hand it in. Also some tip sheets on your job search, which are just quick resources. There's lots of information in this part of the student portal, as well as our co-op learning outcomes and information about credit transfer if you have experience in the field and want to see if you're eligible for prior learning. Aside from the co-op section, there's also the career section, and in that you'll see there's access to a number of key things, which are also linked down the left-hand side. So the one that's probably going to be of most interest to you right now is the job searching button, and in here you'll find information sheets or information pages on resume, cover letter, interviews, going to job fairs using LinkedIn. So I definitely recommend that you check these resources out, because there's things in here that are not covered in our co-op prep class. So let's look in the resume section, because there's several resources in here that are helpful. Aside from some example resumes, and I would recommend you use the resume examples I've put in our co-op folder that I just showed you for our programs, you'll find some good information on how to write a skills statement in your work experience section on your resume, how to write a personal branding statement or a headline at the top of your resume, and then adjectives or verbs. These are really helpful if you're trying to figure out what words to say. It's a great alternative to AI, and it gives you just a little bit of a boost if you're struggling a bit with wording. Another thing you can look at is job posting boards. Now, some of these job posting boards are Georgian Connects and Indeed, which everybody knows about, but there are some others in here that you may not have heard of, and you may want to double check just to see whether they've cross-posted or there's something new that you have not seen in there before. Last of all, I would encourage you to take a look at the labor market information fact sheets, and they're also organized by program. We're just going to take a look at the business accounting one. I'm just looking for it. There it is. So you'll see that the similar programs are all on the same grad fact sheet, non-co-op, co-op, and 2-year and 3-year, but it gives you the same information. So you've got the potential job titles. This could be handy if you were job searching in Indeed or somewhere else and you're not sure what keywords to use. Also, what sort of employers might be interested in hiring. This is just a short list. There's others, of course. And then it'll also give you some of the key skills that employers are looking for. And you'll notice that even in accounting, the majority of the ones shown here are actually transferable soft skills. You'll also see what could be useful to you, which is a list of associations that you might be interested in as a student, and then finally the employment rate and the salary. So again, this data can go out of date, but it's a good start if you're interested in exploring your career path. And I encourage you to use these resources. They're available to you 24/7. They're excellent resources prepared by qualified professional staff.